Hi, my name's Phil Gardner and welcome to Fun with Boxes. Today I'm taking a look at a delightful 2 to 4 player game called Village Rails, designed by Matthew Dunstan and Brett J. Gilbert and published by Osprey Games. I really liked the look of this game when I first saw it announced, and in particular I just loved the tagline on the box cover, a game of locomotives and local motives. Hilarious. Sure did make me smile. In the sleepy English countryside, life continues undisturbed as it has for centuries, and it's up to you to travel to every corner of this land, bearing the promise of modernisation, accommodating the oddly specific demands of the locals, and ushering in the age of steam. In Village Rails, you will be crisscrossing the fields of England with railway lines, connecting villages together and navigating the complex and ever-changing demands of rural communities. Connect station and farmsteads to your local network while carefully placing your railway signals and sidings. Meet the exacting standards of locals planning strangely specific trips and weigh their demands against your limited funding. There is much to balance in this tricky tableau building card game of locomotives and local motives. And there's that tagline again. Hilarious, I say. Okay, so let's take a Fun with Boxes look at what you get in this small box of train track delights. Village Rails is a tableau building card game for 2 to 4 players and takes around 45 minutes to play. But if you're an experienced player of board games, you should be able to knock quite a bit of time off that, depending on player count of course. You will have your own 3x4 area grid where you will place railway cards as tracks, creating your own personal rail network. On the borders of your grid, you will place trains ready to run trips and score points throughout the game. You'll be building 7 rail lines in total, and when one line reaches the border, that line is complete, and you will score it for all the trips and features associated with it, playing a terminus card and earning some money from that line. Once all players have taken 12 turns, the game ends and the player with the most points wins. Setup. Setting up the game is a breeze. Randomly deal each player a corner piece, then take all the matching lettered pieces and build your board for your 3x4 grid. Shuffle the railway cards into a deck, trip side face up and place it within easy reach of players. Draw and place 7 railway cards track side up to form the track market. And next to this, draw 4 railway cards and place them this time trip side up to form the trip market. Place the coins in easy reach of all players and give each player 5 coins to start the game with. Shuffle the terminus cards and deal each player 3 cards and place the rest again face down within easy reach. Give each player a reference card and a scoring dial, and the player with the earliest corner piece in alphabetical order goes first. Gameplay. The game is very straightforward to learn and play and does come with a great little rulebook. On your turn, you must build tracks, and you may also plan a trip before or after you build tracks. And that's it. Let's look at planning a trip first. To plan a trip, first spend £3. Then take a trip from the trip market. Taking the trip furthest away from the deck costs no further money. But to take the second furthest card, you need to put £1 on the first card and then take the second card. If you wanted the third or fourth card, you would continue to place £1 on each card until you get to the card you want to take. After taking the card, slide all the cards down and refill. There should always be 4 cards available in the trip market. Next, assign the trip to the railway line by placing it at the border at the start of a line that has not yet been completed. You can have at most 2 trip cards per line. Build tracks. First, take 1 track from the market. The track furthest away from the deck costs nothing to take, but just like the trip market, you place £1 on each track card you skip past to get to the card you want. And again, slide down all the cards and refill. There should always be 7 cards in the market. Then place the track into one of the 12 spaces in your tableau. You must place it so that it's adjacent to one border piece or to a previously placed track. You must place it in landscape orientation, but you may flip it 180 degrees. Completing a line. A line is complete when the track runs from a border to the edge of your tableau without a border. When this happens, score any associated trips and features and resolve a terminus card. But important, the border where the track starts from is also considered a track card and is part of your line, so remember this when scoring. Score the trip as explained on your trip card and score the features on the line. Each band indicates a terrain type and you score 1 point for each track with that terrain. Each farm scores 1 point for each different type of terrain. Each halt scores points as indicated on the halt. And finally, each signal scores points according to the number of signals on your line. Nothing for 1 signal, 8 points for 2 signals, 16 points for 3 and 24 for 4+. The side-ins feature only scores at the end of the game. Finally, you resolve a terminus card, placing it at the start of the completed line, gaining the money indicated on the card. Place any trip cards to the bottom of the trip deck and then draw a new terminus card. The game ends when all players have filled in the 12 spaces of their tableau. Everyone then scores points based on the number of different lines they have side-ins on. And finally, they get 1 point for every £3 they have remaining. And the player with the most points wins. In case of a tie, the player with the most money wins. And there you have it, Village Rails, a superb little puzzle-like tableau building card game. Easy to set up, easy to learn, and we found quite quick to play in a lunchtime, for example. Especially if you're familiar with the game. Your tableau is very small, so getting and then utilising the rail cards whilst balancing and planning your trips makes this game a must-have in your collection. If indeed you do enjoy these types of games. It's quite a little puzzle. I really enjoyed it, and it will be one we will probably take with us to Acorn Northwest in December, I'm sure. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and please do take care.